Game over. Elon Musk and SpaceX reveal new Starship booster. Elon Musk never disappoints the world in bringing new developments for the sake of humanity. From building an eco-friendly automobile industry to helping humanity fulfill their dreams of flying into space, this man knows it all. He's been making news more frequently lately for his new developments. So, do you want to know what it is this time? Well, keep watching to know what the surprise is all about. The world's most famous businessman recently said, "I'll be surprised if we're not landing on Mars within 5 years," and kind of strengthens the dream that all of us are seeing thanks to him. It's been a momentous month for Elon Musk, the world's most famous man and CEO of America's aerospace company SpaceX, and also the founder of electric vehicle manufacturing company Tesla, was disputably named Time's Individual of the Year, and then got an unusual new hairstyle subsequent to parting with his sweetheart, one of the world's famous artists, Grimes. But back to SpaceX. The main orbital test dispatch of the biggest and most remarkable rocket ever to leave Earth, SpaceX's transcendent Starship, from its Starbase Central Command in Texas, is seen by numerous individuals as a pathway back to the moon without precedent for 50 years, and perhaps the primary vehicle to ultimately land people on Mars. Starship will be the main space apparatus where all parts are completely reusable, fundamentally lessening the customarily astronomic expenses of traveling in space. It has a phenomenal in-flight refueling limit, considering more regular and proficient activities. Starship will travel into space by a first-stage support rocket called Super Heavy, to which SpaceX joined 29 of its Raptor motors. With around 16 million pounds of thrust and its ability to lift whatever amount of 165 tons from the Earth's surface, Starship is essentially twice as strong as the Saturn V rockets that sent 12 space pioneers to the moon in the late 20th century. This month, Elon Musk and SpaceX are busy completing the Starship and adding a new booster in the Superspace rocket. SpaceX has begun the process of testing what CEO Elon Musk claims is the first flight-worthy Super Heavy, more than 3 months after bringing the building-sized Starship booster back to Starbase's orbital launch site. The Super Heavy Booster 4, or B4, was filled with liquid nitrogen for the first time on December 17th, after completing a number of pad tests the previous day. The liquid nitrogen was supplied by the Starship, the first orbital-class launch. There isn't a lot of information available about what happened during the test, but the fact that B4 survived was a major, long-awaited event for both the Starship booster and the Orbital Launch Site, or OLS. SpaceX's Starship program is widely understood to have taken an unprecedented amount of time to complete Booster 4's first test because of the orbital launch site that needed to be completed before it could be fully tested rather than the rocket itself. The organization didn't start testing B4 at one of the site's 2 suborbital test and dispatch mounts, yet the way that it effectively tried Booster 3 in July 2021, including a cryogenic conformation almost indistinguishable from Booster 4's first test, made such an incomplete test unnecessary. Furthermore, SpaceX must be confident enough that it can build the first Super Heavy booster without checking the structural integrity of the first completed booster before putting the only launch facility at risk. SpaceX seems to have been right about its assumptions based on the results of the first cryogenic proof test for Super Heavy Booster 4. A cryogenic proof test with Super Heavy B4 was conducted on December 17th, filling the booster a sixth of the way with a few hundred tons of liquid nitrogen, or LN2. It's unclear whether or not the test also inflated the booster propellant tanks to flight pressure, 6 to 8 bar or 90 to 115 psi. Given Booster 4 failed those pressures, the test is considerably more huge, somewhat demonstrating that the rocket is prepared for flight. On December 21st, SpaceX played out a comparable series of cryogenic tests, filling Booster 4 with a similar quantity of liquid nitrogen. As per Elon Musk, in spite of various late signs and reports despite what is generally expected, SpaceX actually plans to fly Booster 4 and Ship 20 on Starship's first orbital speed dispatch endeavor, so the degree and size of testing are simply prone to develop throughout the following coming weeks. Well, this is all for now. For the moment, this is where we'll say goodbye, as we'll come back soon with some new updates on what Elon Musk and his space company SpaceX are doing. If you want to know more about Starship, then please do subscribe to this channel and like and share this video. Goodbye and take care. Until next time.